What is up, mtg-portal, and welcome back for another exciting episode of Conspiracy Take the Crown Spoilers. Sit back, grab a drink, kick back, and let's check out these new spoilers. See you all in the video. Our first card of this evening is Adriana, Captain of the Guard. It's a 4/4 human knight, coming in at 3 colorless, a red and a white. It does have melee. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn for each opponent you attacked with a creature in this combat phase. Other creatures you control have melee. Not a bad card. Can be pretty powerful depending on the decks that she runs in. All in all, pretty cool to see in this set. Our next card up is Knights of the Black Rose. It's a 4/4 coming in at 3 colorless, a white, and a black. When Knight of the Black Rose enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. Whenever an opponent becomes the Monarch, if you were the Monarch as the turn began, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Next up, we have Queen Marchesa. It's a 3/3 human assassin coming in at 1 colorless, a red, white, and a black. She does have Death Touch and Haste. When Queen Marchesa enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent is the Monarch, put a 1/1 black assassin creature token with Death Touch and Haste onto the battlefield. Next up, we've got a pretty awesome Planeswalker, Daretti, Ingenious, Iconoclast, coming in at 3 loyalty. His casting is 1 colorless, a black, and a red. His type is Daretti. You may add 1 loyalty and put a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with Defender onto the battlefield. Remove 1 loyalty. You may sacrifice an artifact, and if you do, destroy target artifact or creature. And you may pop his ultimate for 6 loyalty. Choose target artifact card in a graveyard or artifact on the battlefield. Put 3 tokens that are copies of it onto the battlefield. That can get quite disgusting. Next up, we do have Duskmantle Seer. It's a 4/4 vampire wizard coming in at 2 colorless, a blue, and a black. It does have flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player reveals the top card to his or her library. Lose life equal to that card's converted mana cost, then puts it into his or her hand. Our next card up is Leovold, Emissary of Trest, coming in at 1 black, 1 green, and a blue for a 3/3 elf advisor. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. I highly see this being abused with the Damia EDH Commander in more ways than I care to ever explain. Our next card up is Capital Punishment, coming in at 4 colorless and 2 black for a sorcery. Council's Dilemma. Starting with you, each player votes for death or taxes. Each opponent sacrifices a creature for each death vote and discards a card for each taxes vote. That can get kind of interesting in a commander environment. Ideas. Our next card up is Phyrexian Arena, coming in at 1 colorless and 2 black for a rare enchantment. Need I say more? Every EDH player knows this card. It's an EDH staple. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life, enabling you to draw an additional card on each of your turns. Our next card up is Thorn of the Black Rose. It is a 1/3 human assassin coming in at 3 colorless and a black. It does have Death Touch. When Thorn of the Black Rose enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. Our next card up is Custodi Lich. It is a zombie cleric. It comes on the board as a 4/2 for 3 colorless and 2 black. When Custodi Lich enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. When you become the Monarch, target player sacrifices a creature. Our next card up is Inquisition of Kozilek. It is a 1 black sorcery. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it with converted mana cost of 3 or less, and that player discards that card. Our next card up is Archdemon of Paliano. It is a 5/4 demon from Mexico. No, I kid. Coming in at 2 colorless and 2 black. Draft Archdemon of Paliano face up. As long as Archdemon of Paliano is face up during the draft, you can't look at booster packs and must draft 3 cards at random. After you draft 3 cards this way, turn Archdemon of Paliano face down. He does have flying. That makes the draft seriously a pain in the ass. I like him. Our next card up is Illusion of Choice. It is a 1 blue cast instant. You choose how each player votes this turn, and you draw a card. That can get fun, especially in a draft environment. Now, I do know this guy is one of the big hype cards in the set. That's Arcane Savant. He's a 3/3 human wizard coming in at 3 colorless and 2 blue. Before you shuffle your deck to start the game, you may reveal this card from your deck and exile an instant or sorcery card you drafted that isn't in your deck. When Arcane Savant enters the battlefield, copy a card you exiled with cards named Arcane Savant. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Our next card up is Keeper of Keys. It is a human rogue mutant that is a 4/4, coming in at 3 colorless and 2 blue. When Keeper of Keys enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you're the monarch, creatures you control can't be blocked this turn. Our next card up is Jeering Homunculus. It is a 0/4 Homunculus coming in a 1 colorless and a blue. When Jeering Homunculus enters the battlefield, you may goad target creature. Until your next turn, that creature attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Always a fun little mechanic. Our next card up is Desertion, coming in 3 colorless and 2 blue for an instant speed, counter target spell. If an artifact or creature spell is countered this way, put that card onto the battlefield under your control instead of into its owner's graveyard. I want like 12 of these because that card is freaking phenomenal. Our next card up is Serum Visions, coming in at 1 blue for a sorcery. You may draw a card and scry 2. Definitely going to be, if not already, an EDH Commander staple. Thank you guys for watching episode 2 of our Conspiracy Take the Crown spoilers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look for episode 3 coming with some green, black, white, land, and artifact spoilers here in the next little bit. As always, questions, comments, please leave them down in the box below. If you enjoyed this video and the content we produce here at mtg-portal, please help support this content. You can get involved through our Patreon rewards program. Give this video a thumbs up, spread it to your local gaming community and channels, and help support the channel that we all love. As always, thank you for being a part of the MTG Portal. Thank you for watching and subscribing to this content, and we'll talk to you all soon. Take care.